Hey guys, it's Albethium, and we are here today with Risk of Rain Returns. The absolute royalty of roguelike games returns yet again, and believe me, it is amazing. Now, first things first, I would like to thank the Gearbox Publishing for, sponsoring this video and giving me the code. And before I even think about asking you to click that like or subscribe button for me, I just ask that you perhaps give me a chance to earn that from you. And with that being said, let's get in on this. And the class we're going to be running this time is going to be the engineer. Now this little guy is a powerhouse and a half, and all of his skills are just simply sublime. And we're going to be running with the basic skills that you start with, so nothing, fancy or special yet, but it's going to be the Trinade, which is his basic attack where he just launches 3 grenades for 3 times of 80% damage, which is pretty much phenomenal since all of these grenades have splash damage, and later on, especially in the game, the enemies are just going to be clumping together, so you're going to be hitting all of them more often than not. He also has Bounding Mine, which is just sublime, honestly. He can hold up to 10 of these mines, and you can just litter the entire field leading up to you, and the enemies are just gonna be going through the minefield while you are still peppering them with your Trinade. And then, if that wasn't amazing enough, he has Thermal Harpoons, which launch 4 heat-seeking harpoons, each dealing 250% damage, which is just insane. But the absolute cream of the crop, the cherry on top, has to be the auto turret, which he can hold up to 2, and he drops the turret that shoots for 3 times the 100% damage, and it also, imagine this, inherits all of your items. So all the buffs that you have collected, it all applies to the turrets as well. And the biggest part of this entire build is going to be building around the, beating embryo, because you are going to have certain items drop sooner than later, and they're going to be the core of your build. And this for me was the beating embryo, where your equipment has a 30% chance to double the effect, and you can stack this. Now, another massive thing that was really carrying me was the ATG missile Mark 1. Now, this is 10% chance on hit to fire a missile that deals 300% of total damage, which is absolutely insane, considering that I'm firing and then your turrets also inherit this. But the biggest and best part of everything is that, you have the fungus, or as they call it, the bungus, the healing fungus, where if you stand still, you're gonna be healed by the fungus. And this applies amazingly to his turrets, where turrets are stationary by their nature, and they're just gonna be healed by this. Now, we also have the Timekeeper's Secret right here, and this is your little escape card, where falling below 25% of health stops time for 3 seconds, and you can stack this. Now, this gives you an opportunity to end the encounter or just get away from there to a safe distance and let the fungus and other healing items just do their job for you, so you can just jump back into the fray. We also have a Ceremonial Dagger, which is simply amazing here, because once you do kill an enemy, it fires out 4 heat-seeking bolts that deal 100% damage, which is just insane considering how many enemies are later on the screen, and it's just utter chaos. Amazing part of this entire build. And fun enough, because he is the technician, I was relying heavily on the drones. I had an armada of drones, and it was pretty versatile, and it was just shredding everything. And to support all of this that I had with the drones, I had the drone repair kit. Not only does this repair all the drones to full health, but it also empowers them for 8 seconds and also summons an additional unique drone. This was a technician in full sense of the word. Now, other parts of this build is definitely going to be the healing options, where, you have the infusion, where every time you do kill an enemy, you get a permanent increase to your health. So it is in your best interest to kill as many enemies as you can. But add to that also the meat nugget also that are just dropping from enemies as you are attacking them, as well as the tooth that is going to be healing you every time you just attack an enemy. It just gives you this insane survivability as well. We also have the gasoline over there that every time an enemy dies, it's just gonna be leaving fire on the ground. It's not stackable, but all of these things together, when you look at them at the big picture, it's just gonna be coming together to give you insane amount of damage, because some things are just gonna be joining your build sooner, some things are gonna be later. And for me, that was also the Lensmaker's glasses, which give you a chance to actually double the damage of your attacks, and that is just already just so devastating. Some other things like the banner as well and the Tesla coil, it just makes you into this insane little powerhouse, and this just chewed up the entire game. Providence, the final boss, just went down like nothing. Guys, this is Albethium. Hopefully you are excited for Risk of Rain Returns, the absolute royalty, I say again, of roguelike games. It is just such addicting, rich gameplay, and well, tell me in the comments, what are your classes gonna be, what are you gonna be playing as, and I will see you guys in the next one. Albethium out.